Hey there! Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we expose 8 cunning behaviors that unveil the true nature of hypocrites. By watching our content, you will discover the subtle signals, hidden agendas, and manipulative tactics that hypocritical people use to deceive and control. If you're ready to be shocked and empowered, let's begin now. 1. What they say is one thing, what they do is another. A hypocrite is like a merchant who sells fine fabrics but wears rags. Their words are like shining jewels, promising wealth and prosperity, but their actions are like rusted iron, revealing poverty and decay. They speak highly of virtue, courage, moderation, and justice, but their lives are evidence of immorality, cowardice, excess, and injustice. This disconnect between words and actions is a betrayal of the highest order. It is deception not only of others but also of oneself. How can one truly learn and grow while holding on to the illusion of knowledge? As Epictetus said, it is not possible for a person to learn what he thinks he already knows. A hypocrite trapped in a web of self-deception is blind to his own shortcomings, and therefore unable to make real progress. 2. When it suits them, they become monuments of morality. Selective morality is the chameleon's art of changing color to blend in with the environment. A hypocrite may appear honest and principled in one setting, but in another, they discard these values when it suits their selfish desires. They are like weather vanes, moved by the winds of conformity, their moral compasses pointing not to true north but to their personal gain. Think of that person who praises you to your face but criticizes you when you're not around. This is the deceitful dance of the hypocrite. They embody the exact opposite of their words, thrive on deception, and live a double life. Hypocrites are masters of disguise, adept at weaving a web of lies to maintain an elaborate image. They say one thing but do another, leaving you feeling confused, betrayed, and perhaps a little crazy. 3. Everyone and every situation is guilty except themselves. Hypocrites are illusionists, masters at creating mirages of innocence. When confronted with their wrongdoings, they vanish, leaving behind only echoes of accusations leveled at others. Like a chameleon that blends seamlessly into its environment, they effortlessly shift blame, camouflaging their own mistakes with the shadows they cast on others. Their shortcomings become the fault of circumstances, the evil of others, or fate itself. In the theater of life, a hypocrite is an actor who plays many roles, none of which reveal their true self. They are false friends who offer a listening ear but then use your confessions as ammunition. Their denial of their mistakes is a performance, but it lacks credibility. They harm not only others but also themselves. 4. They are masters of deception, their true agenda covered by a veil of deceit. Hypocrites prey on the kindness and trust of others, using manipulation and flattery as tools to achieve their own ends. It is a carefully choreographed performance where their words and actions are designed to mislead and exploit. They are wolves in sheep's clothing, their true intentions disguised as false benevolence. Consider a friend who offers support to guide you toward choices that will benefit them, not you. Their kindness is a currency used to buy their desires, leaving you in a state of trust bankruptcy. The damage done is a deep betrayal, a wound on your soul, teaching you to guard your heart against those whose actions and words do not match. As Epictetus reminds us, appearances are of 4 kinds. Things are either as they appear, or they are neither what they are nor what they appear to be. 5. They hide behind a mask of false modesty. While these individuals yearn for appreciation, they pretend to shun it. Beneath the surface, however, a strong current of pride surges, longing for recognition and approval. "Oh, it was nothing," they say, their voice is laced with insincere humility. Yet there's a glimmer of pride in their eyes, a thirst for recognition that contradicts their words. They fish for compliments, using false humility as a disguised plea for validation. This behavior distorts the landscape of sincerity, leading others into a realm of insincerity where true merit goes unnoticed. Think of the neighbor who offers to help not out of genuine enjoyment but for the praise it might bring. These individuals speak of their deeds in modest tones, but their actions loudly demand attention. The harm here is twofold. It diminishes the value of genuine service and fosters a culture of superficiality where the appearance of virtue is mistaken for virtue itself. True humility, by contrast, is a quiet strength, acknowledging one's achievements without seeking acclaim. 6. They take pleasure in judging others. Their eyes, sharp as a hawk's, see through the facade of human imperfection, and their tongues lash out with condemnation. They revel in pointing out others' flaws and failures. He is someone who gossips about the missteps of those around him, but cannot mend the cracks in his own behavior. This is the hallmark of hypocrites. They divert attention from their own shortcomings by magnifying the flaws of others. In everyday interactions, hypocrites wield their harsh judgments as currency, buying a sense of superiority at the expense of others' dignity. They are bosses who highlight every flaw in their team while ignoring their own failures. The result is a silent erosion of morale, a gradual wearing away of the collective spirit that sustains a healthy work environment. This betrayal is invisible to the eye but leaves deep scars on the heart. It reminds us that words can cut as deeply as any knife. True power lies not in the severity of our judgments, but in the silence of our understanding. 7. They shun all forms of criticism. No matter how well-intentioned or constructive the feedback, they perceive criticism as a personal attack, a threat to their carefully built images of excellence. Their fragile egos, easily bruised by even the gentlest critique, crave unwavering approval and admiration. They surround themselves with flatterers, people who offer empty praise and reinforce their self-deception, while avoiding those who dare to challenge their illusions. Think of the manager who dismisses every suggestion from his team, labeling it as unwarranted criticism. They enjoy the echo chamber of their own greatness by surrounding themselves with yes men. This behavior is a fortress of solitude, where walls are built not for protection but for isolation. It is a realm where growth is stunted and the air becomes stale with the breath of stagnation. In their distorted reality, criticism is not a tool for growth but a weapon of harm. They are partners who ask for your opinion but reject it as soon as it doesn't align with their own. They interpret any feedback as a direct assault on their character, their defenses rising like an impenetrable fortress. They cling to their flawed beliefs, refusing to accept any possibility of error. 8. They lack consistency. The hypocrite is a ship without a rudder, his actions tossed and turned by the capricious winds of impulse and whim. Their actions lack consistency, their decisions are guided by fleeting desires rather than unshakable principles. Like a chameleon that changes color, they adapt their behavior to the moment, their moral compass spinning wildly in a chaotic whirlwind of inconsistency. Imagine your friend who pledged loyalty one day and disappeared the next. His promises are as temporary as shadows at dusk. Their life is a patchwork quilt of discordant actions and words, a chaotic sight that confuses those seeking stability. This disorderly dance leaves a trail of broken ties as credibility becomes a currency too expensive for hypocrites to afford. In their world, discipline and self-control are alien concepts, replaced by reckless surrender to temporary pleasures and momentary pleasures. Their lives consist of a series of contradictions. Their words and actions constantly contradict each other. Their inconsistency is a reflection of their inner turmoil. They lack basic values and principles. The path of the hypocrite is a perilous journey, fraught with deceit and littered with shattered promises. Only armed with knowledge and understanding can one navigate this treacherous terrain with wisdom and grace. Remember Seneca's words. The greatest punishment for those who do wrong is to know that they have done wrong. Let this serve as a cautionary tale to the hypocrites among us. Your facade will crumble, your true nature will be exposed, and the burden of your deceit will eventually weigh heavy on your soul. Choose honesty, for it is the foundational path to true satisfaction and lasting peace. As we conclude our discussion, if you have suggestions for future topics, please reach out to us. If you found this content valuable, be sure to like and explore our entire Stoicism playlist. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and enable notifications. Stay wise.